Hi, I'm Amber from Amber's Craft Week blog, and welcome back to the Hey Day Challenge, where we go through and do various activities from this book called Hey Day by Clea and Kiva Marie. And today we are going to be making a Pandora's box. Now, we will not be unleashing death and destruction upon the world, which some of you may find unfortunate. The world is kind of doing a good enough job of that on its own. But from the sound of this is more or less like a time capsule. So we're going to be making a little time capsule. Now, I have made time capsules before in the past. When I was in middle school, the school I was in, they did a time capsule, which will be open in 50 years from, I was in 7th or 8th grade, I don't remember what. We had to write this little blurb about ourselves, and it went in the time capsule to be open 50 years later. And I don't remember a lot of what I wrote. I remember though I was upset. So there's a store in New England called Hannaford. It's a grocery store chain. And it used to be called Shop and Save. And I was mad that they had changed the name of the store from Shop and Save to Hannaford. So that was something, like, I remember writing about that in there, like making sure to call it Hannaford, not Hannaford, or Shop and Save, like, and I also was very, I didn't like my name, like my middle name in particular. So my full name is Amber Emily Hathaway. But for a very long time, I didn't like my middle name. So I remember there's also this bit where I gave myself this long, weird name where it was like Amber with like a string of male middle names. Names that typically are given to men, so it was like Amber, Jacob, Brian, Hathaway, or something like that. So if I do get to see like the opening of that time capsule, I'm sure I will be like thoroughly embarrassed. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. And then my other time capsule, so my sister and our friend Destiny, we made a time capsule back in 2007. And this was, I don't know what number attempt. So we had tried doing one earlier, and it got dug up somehow. We later found that Destiny just could not wait that long, and she had dug it up. And there's like, we had this little journal that we all had written in. She has this entry, like, it was I who dug up the time capsule, like really dramatic and all that stuff. But we finally put one together in 2007, and we just filled it with random junk. Because like, so time capsules, you're supposed to put things that are meaningful to you in them, but I don't like the idea of putting something really meaningful to me in something that I'm not going to be able to access for years at a time. So, we open our time capsule every 5 years. So we had one opening in 2012, and I think we must have reopened it in 2017. I don't remember now. But yeah, so we open it every 5 years. Like, I had this empty chapstick tube that I put in there because it had Alice in Wonderland on it. So it was like this scraped out chapstick tube with like an image of Alice in Wonderland on it. And we put these egg cups in there, so which are just these little decorative cups. So when I don't remember how old I was, probably in middle school, my mom took me, Katie, and Destiny to the University of Maine for some reason. I don't remember what it was. And she was meeting someone else in downtown Orono. And so when I had been in, I think it was 5th grade, we had gone to the Hudson Museum as a field trip for my class, which the Hudson Museum is at the University of Maine, just this little museum. And so when I had gone on the field trip, I hadn't had any money for the gift shop. Now, I don't think they have the gift shop anymore, but when I was a kid, they had this little gift shop in there that you could go in. And so I had been really upset that I hadn't had money for the gift shop. So when my mom was going to go off to go meet the person in downtown Orono, I convinced her to let us stay behind. Now, I'm at most maybe 13 at this time. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but, you know, maybe I'm 13 years old. So 13, and then my sister is 3 years younger than me, so she would have been like 10, and Destiny's even younger. So I convinced her to let us stay at UMaine. I was like, we know our way back. Because I really wanted to go to the Hudson Museum and buy something. And we had like $1 a piece for our souvenirs, so all we could find in our price range were these little egg cups. So we bought our egg cups. And then we tried to find our way off campus, and we were lost. Now, after being at UMaine for more than a decade, you know, I've been going to school there, you know, did my undergrad there, did my master's there, working on my PhD there. It's hard for me to imagine getting lost, but you know, when you're a kid, well, first of all, when you're a kid, everything kind of seems bigger and hard to navigate, and you know, college campus isn't as small. So we were lost on campus for like an hour trying to find our way off. It may not have been an hour, but it felt like this really long time. And eventually we found my brother's nursery school, and once we found that, we were able to find like a road off. And we had to walk from campus into downtown Orono. And then when we got into downtown Orono, my mom was meeting someone at Pat's Pizza, and we were all hungry, but my mom didn't buy us anything, so like I had to go and use my little bit of money to buy us some kind of snack. I don't remember what we got, but yeah. So those were the egg cups we put in the time capsule. So today we're going to be making a time capsule and kind of going by what this book recommends. So they say, who says a Pandora's box has to be evil? Not us. Secrets can be delicious. And they have this little box image, and it has good stuff, memories, junk, secrets, special stuff, wind machine going into there. I don't have a wind machine to put in there. But I do have junk, so we will be putting some junk in there. The point is to really focus on how you're feeling right here, right now. That way, someday, light years from now, you can be transported back in time to this particular moment. Why, look how much I've grown, you'll say. So make a dedication. Get a box. Any box will do. Line the inside with fabric in your most favorite color. Now, I do have fabric in my most favorite color, which is green, but fabric is hella expensive, so I've decided to use some cardstock instead to line this, because even though I have fabric, I'm still like a broke grad student, so don't want to spend it on this little project here. Write a poem about how you're feeling right at this very moment. I'm going to be writing a letter to myself instead. I do have my odes from a previous challenge, which I'll link to that video below if you haven't seen it. But a couple days ago we had to write odes, so I have my horrible odes that I'll be putting in here. On a separate piece of paper, write down the date and time. Underneath it, include a photo of yourself. So I have a photo. I wanted a photo of myself from today, but my phone was being a brat and not uploading things to Google Photos fast enough. So I have a photo of me from yesterday. And I also have a photo of me and Brian from earlier in November, and so those will be going in as well. Spray your favorite perfume into the box 3 times. I don't wear perfume, so that won't be happening. And then promptly close the box and tape it up. Find a secret place to hide it away. The back of your closet is good, or in the far east corner of the attic. And do not, no way, Jose, open it up until at least 1 year from now. So we're going to put our stuff in, and then set aside for a year or so. Now, to make things a little more interesting, I'm going to ask Brian to add something to this box once I'm done. So I'm gonna write the letter to myself. I'm probably gonna line the inside with paper off screen, or maybe show you the start of it, but you don't need to see me spending a lot of time lining the inside of this with paper. And then I'll show you all the things I'm adding in, and then we'll have Brian add something that I won't see, and then we'll date the box, and we won't look at it until a year later. So that's the plan. So we're going to start with a letter, and I have a piece of paper and some colorful gel pens. So I'll just write a little letter to myself. Dear future Amber. Alright, so here's my letter. Dear future Amber, how are you? I hope you are well and that you're accomplishing all the awesome things that we wanted to do at 29. Honestly, at this... I'm 29 right now, in case those of you didn't know that. Honestly, at this moment, I'm feeling a little silly. You see, I was making this video series for YouTube. Do you still use YouTube? Anyway, as part of the series, I had to make a time capsule. So that's why I'm writing to you today. I have a lot of things going on right now. I am working on my doctoral dissertation while also planning a wedding and keeping up with my craft blog and teaching. What do you do for a living, by the way? I'm hoping to graduate here soon, but I have no idea what I'll do once I'm done. Well, if you're anything like me, I imagine you must be busy as well, so I'll let you go for now. Have a great day. Love, Amber of the past. Alright, so we've got our letter, you've got our photos, and an unrelated ode. I'm also going to include my photo of Spidey from yesterday's video. Well, I guess the last video I did. And so those will all be going in there. So my next step is to line the box with green cardstock. So let's get out some green cardstock. So now we have our box, and I'm just going to start adding things into it. So there goes the picture of Spidey, the other pictures I had. The odes are going in. I did this on scrap paper, so that may confuse future Amber, like, why did I want to put in a page from Brian's dissertation? Alright, that's in there. Let's fold my note in half. Oh, I need to put the date on somewhere. They said to put it on the back of the photo, so maybe we'll go drag the photos out. And maybe I'll just date the bottom of my letter. Alright. So you get the date, today's date on. Putting this back inside. And now for the interesting part, we're going to call out Brian and see what he wants to add to the time capsule. Brian! Hello, Brian.
Hey. How's it going?
My ring light went out.
Your ring light did go out.
Alright, I need you to add something to my time capsule. I can't see what it is, and you'll have to close the time capsule up after you put your thing in, so I can't see it.
Alright. You can close your eyes.
Alright, close my eyes.
I brought something. As you can see. I mean, won't you find out when you watch the video?
I'm not going to watch the video, you're doing the editing, so...
Alright, well... Oh, you have to have me close it up now, too.
Yes, you have to close it so I don't see what's in it.
Alright. It's been closed. Alright,
excellent. So now I just need to add the don't open in before tag onto here, and in a year's time we'll see what's in here. So that is our Pandora's Box time capsule. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos in this Heyday series or more crafting videos, then please subscribe. And if you just want some more crafts, you can head on over to my craft blog, amberscraftweek.blogspot.com, which I'll link to below. If you feel inclined, you can make a time capsule. You can let me know what you put in it and the contents, or you don't have to. Or if you've ever made a time capsule, was there anything particularly interesting that you put in your time capsule? I'd love to know. And have a great day.